Good morning, everybody. My name is Gerry Marotti, and to my right is my partner, Greg Maranjal, and together we are
the Wax Hunters.
Good morning, everybody. Today's show, we are going to talk about becoming a new collector in the hobby of wax boxes and packs. So we're going to talk about that, but unfortunately, my partner has bestowed upon me once again a unopened box of 2019 Topps Gallery Blaster Box. Now, we are not by any means condoning to buy these boxes. This is something he likes to do for the audience. They aren't really a great value unless you get a good card, as with anything.
Gerry, if I can just interrupt you for one moment.
I know you're gonna.
Are you saying to me, as our wonderful Wax Nation saw last week, that Simi Shidu was not a great pick out of a blaster box?
I would say not. Okay, so as you saw last week's
I
episode...
think you're full of shit.
Okay, well, I might be. You might make me a liar after this box. But, you know, to have some fun with the new collector, holidays are coming up, Christmas. You want to buy them something that's relatively inexpensive with the presumption that you're going to get 2 autograph cards in here. You know, this is the way to go. By all rights, they're not cheap either. So this, I believe, box is worth somewhere around $80. Is that correct?
This box right here is $80 box. I don't believe it's considered their blaster box. I think this is their monster box.
Monster box. Okay,
but you do get 2 autographs out of it.
All right, so but that's a little expensive, $80.
Yeah.
Personally, I would rather see you take your money and go with a 1988 Flair basketball on a Mint 9 unopened wax pack. I think the value is better here than it is here. But again, for the new collector, to get into the collecting hobby, the fun of it, this is the way to go to start them. But it is, in all intents and purposes, kind of like throwing your money away. So there's not going to be a big return here unless you get a great autograph, which I hope he makes a liar out of me for his sake. I don't believe there's going to be a good autograph in here.
2 autographs.
2 autographs. I don't believe either one of them is going to be good. So let's see how good I am. And again, to buy a pack like this, the 88 Flair basketball, the stickers are rare in there. A couple of them are worth in excess of $8,000.
So I will say that both this pack right here, the 88 Flair basketball, and this box, you can get for pretty much the same price.
True.
So
it's a choice.
If you're shopping in a retail store like Walmart or Target, you're going to see these boxes and they're going to be prominently displayed because they want you to buy them as gifts for the holidays. They have them right by the registers. They are impulse buys. And while you can get some for $15 to $20, this one is much more expensive at $80. So, you know, there's a little bit of a price there. The only reason why I took a shot on this one is because you are guaranteed 2 autographs.
You're insane.
And there are some really nice cut autographs in these boxes, especially in the monster boxes.
All righty, you heard it.
We're going to give it a shot.
He knows what's up with these, but eventually these will dissipate. He will not be buying these anymore, but we'll have to see. But at the end of the day, it is fun to open up and see what you can get. Don't get me wrong. But as far as the investment value, like we said, for the young collector, the new collector, or the ones that older collectors, you know, this is where it's at. This is where the money's at right here. Or, you know, this is a little more expensive, a Phil Simms rookie on top of a cello pack. Getting very hard to find the cellos in pristine condition, and likely is the wax. So rather than make our video very long, so here you go. Let's get trucking.
I'm calling my shot. I'm saying that we're getting a Sandy Koufax autograph.
Oh, okay.
A cut signature.
And I'm hitting the lotto tonight.
Oh, we're both going to be winners. All right,
so let's see what we got here.
We got to open up. We got a special.
Holy moly!
1 gallery box loader inside. I don't even know what that means.
I have no idea. It's for original paintings. Okay, well here you go, Greg, and you open that up.
We'll save that one. That'll be like our bonus at the end.
Really? You want to see that first, huh?
We got a whole bunch of packs here.
Oh boy!
So, but there's not that many cards in each pack.
All right,
so we'll see how it goes.
Let's see here.
I think there's 4 or 5 cards per pack.
So you're saying again, we're opening this up so everybody can see what we get here. And again, when you open these packs, please always remember when you peel the flap for the young collector. Peel the flap. Make sure you get that space between the top here. Sometimes it gets a little tricky, but as you can see, and then you're able to get your hand in here or fingers.
I'll tell you, these are nice looking cards.
And go down the pack. To open it so you don't destroy the cards.
Oh, already a master and apprentice.
Okay, who is that?
Stan Musial and Bob and Paul Goldschmidt.
Okay. Is this autographed? No.
It's not. We got a private gallery. This one's 169 of 250. Justin Verlander. Bam.
All right, Master Apprentice again. Another one is Frank Thomas and Eloy Jimenez. Okay, again, I don't think there's much value here.
Probably
again,
not.
These are the cards that come inside that. Nice looking cards. We have yet to come onto the autograph yet.
We've only opened 2 packs.
Right.
I am certain that there are 2 autographs to come, maybe 3.
Okay.
You never know.
I hope that he gets that autograph. He is.
I got a real nice looking Vladimir Guerrero Jr. card though.
Yeah.
That's a rookie card.
Okay. I mean, again, we don't know offhand how much these are valued at.
I don't know that the cards are really worth much, but
okay. So that's
any Vladimir Guerrero Jr. rookie card I'll take.
So right now I'm just coming up with nothing. I don't want to bore you with it.
What's that card?
Just another filler.
It's a swanky looking card.
Don't want to bore the nation out there of some. We want to get. I'm more of a. Let's get right to it.
Search for the autograph because that's the whole reason that we're in here.
That's right. That's really what I want to get to, so we can get on with our show.
Jerry, wouldn't it be great if the 2 packs that are left at the end are
Max Mooney?
Muncy?
Yeah, that's Muncy.
Yeah.
Max Muncy.
What's it out of? That's a green one out of 99.
Out of 99. 64 out of 99. A Max Muncy.
So far.
I don't know what the value is going to be, but we will look it up before this is over, so we can give you an idea of what you spent and what you got in return.
It's a fine-looking Gary Sanchez card.
Is that a throwback?
That is a throwback.
That's a throwback. That's right. That's a throwback, I believe, from 60.
The Top Gallery Heritage throwback card. It's a 60. I want to say 64.
Here is a. I don't know if this is a.
Oh, it sure is out of 50.
Yes. Okay. So out of 50 cards, Andrew McCutchen. Another, I guess, refractor card. I would imagine this is. 42 out of 50.
That is
we'll find out what that is worth.
Card.
We'll find out what that's worth.
Wax Nation, I hope you're feeling pumped about this. Ripping open some cards.
Yeah, it doesn't look too good as far as I'm concerned, but we'll soon see.
Another Master and Apprentice card. Not autographed, though.
Oh, here's a throwback. UC.
Oh, rookie card, too.
Kikuchi.
That's a fine rookie card.
No clue. There you go.
What I can say is I go through these packs a lot faster than Jerry does.
Yes, I don't want to destroy anything in case there is something that is in here rare, as Greg would say. He's waiting for that rare card.
It's a nice little Mike Trout card.
Don't know if we're gonna find it, folks. Master Apprentice.
Oh, we're getting it. We're getting that cut signature.
Yes, we are.
Walmart wouldn't deceive me with a bad box.
And I'm gonna start counting sheeps at night to fall asleep. So let's see what really.
Here's
is
your buddy
the
Max
situation.
Muncy.
Yeah. Okay. So there he is. We got him
well,
signed.
Ozzie Smith Hall of Fame card.
All right. Let's see here. Get right through it here. And another 0.
We're about to become heroes.
We got one autograph, correct?
We have got one more coming.
We got one more autograph coming. And it doesn't look like it's Sandy Koufax.
It's not in this one. This is the pack. This is the one with the autograph.
That's the one. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man.
Okay, so it's
a dud.
Elvis has left the building. Lucky Luciano.
Luciano.
I don't know if you want to open these two. I would put them back in the box and return it.
That's the signal that we made a bad buy.
That's right.
That's what that is.
That is the signal.
As my good friend Nick Rosso says, why would you buy a blaster box,
right.
Greg?
And I say it too. So, therefore, on that note, We didn't do too good here.
This was a poor start.
This is a very poor start, and
It just goes to show you, don't buy boxes from Walmart.
Manny Macchiato. There we
yeah,
go.
some fine cards that are.
So it's not that good.
Couple of 99. This Elvis Luciano isn't even a numbered card. Oh.
So why don't we just, for the audience purposes, why don't we just look up real quick on what that card is worth? Do you even think it's listed, or?
So we can, let's take a look through the iPad, see what we got for.
Let's just see what our return is.
This box is brand new. I would be amazed if they're even out there.
See there, we got
the Muncie's the one.
Max Muncie.
Yeah, I mean, this is a rookie card though. Elvis Luciano. So maybe he becomes a Hall of Famer one day.
We don't know.
And we're gonna look back on this podcast and be like, Wax Hunters, what a great buy.
Yeah, right. So that's not the card.
I think we might have been the first ones to unearth.
I'm going to have to get a little more technical here, folks, on the Max Muncie card.
While he's doing that, let's take a look at this one gallery box loader inside. This right here, Jerry.
That might be your ticket out of here.
This is the pack. This has original paintings inside. If we get an original painting,
Babe Ruth.
Woo!
Okay, so the Max Muncie card, folks, is not doing too good.
Jerry, let me ask you a question. How do you feel about Mike Trout?
Well, he's very good. I mean,
I just won his third MVP, I believe.
Well, his autograph is going anywhere from $6 to $25. So
Max Muncie, not Mike Trout.
So Max Muncie. That's pretty much where we're at with this card. So
I think $6 is probably what I would expect.
Might be the other side of it. Yeah, that's where we're.
Mike Trout.
Okay, so Mike
box loader.
So what do we do? What is this?
It's just a big card.
Just a huge card of Mike Trout.
Just a huge card.
I mean, if you want a card like that, let's check that.
So what I think about that.
Let's check that out. He is not a happy camper right now, and I tell him that all the time. And as we say, Waxination, this is why you want to go with the older cards to save your investment.
Really, it's my fault because I should have taken the second box and not the first box in the front.
Yeah, okay.
Just bad luck is what it was, Wax Nation. I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't know if that's...
I'm out of my mind today.
I don't know if that's true.
Going crazy.
I can't agree with that with him. Okay, so here is the 5x7. There might be something here. $39.99 they want for this card. It's the only one there. It's the new. It's on eBay. Buy it now, $39.99. There is no other ones. So at this point in time, we got to say this is a $39.99 card. So
suddenly
so $40. So suddenly we have a little bit of a better deal there with the blaster box. But nonetheless,
we're gonna just prop this guy right over here.
Behind the $80 that you'd spent there. But okay, so all in all, it did okay. We want to clean this up so we can have our normal show if we had a little bit of fun here.
Wanted to start off with a ripping start.
There we go, a ripping start. So, okay, so now here we are ready to go with what we want to tell our audience for the new collectors and the existing collectors. Okay, so
the first thing is don't buy boxes from Walmart.
Yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing is, like I said, if you're going to spend that kind of money, the Christmas season, it's nice to open it up, but don't expect miracles. This is just something that it's luck of the draw. Okay, so now for the new collector, existing collector, current collector, we've been pushing the idea of wax boxes and wax packs. Now, some of the wax is getting harder and harder to find. This is some of the newer wax, if you want to say 88, 85, 80. But they're getting harder and harder to find. So when you're buying this, even though PSA grades it, this is where you have to pay attention. PSA is going to grade these packs according to the pack. They obviously can't see the card. So if you plan on opening these and you see a really good pack, it might have a hole in it and it's a 6, you want to buy that if you're going to open it. Because that means that's the pack that's a 6. The wrapper got ripped, not the cards. The cards could be Gem Mint 10. You can have a pack that's a 6 with Gem Mint cards in it that are 10. You can have a pack that's a 9 with cards that aren't Gem Mint 10. So you want to look at the outside of the pack. And this is where it gets tricky, and we want to tell you. This pack right here is graded a 9, and it is rightfully so. The pack is centered, the date, the heading. There's no rips in the pack. What tends to happen when they grade these is they grade them at the time that they come in. Now, over the years, the gum may slide and poke a hole through the pack. The grade can't change, but you have to be aware of the pack. And when you're buying it at a show or eBay, you want to ask, was the pack graded with the hole in it?
Yep.
Or was the pack graded with the gum sticking through? We see a pack on one of the auction houses that has tears in it.
Oh, it's
and it's an
pack.
8.
It's a good
It's
pack.
an 8. It's a 71 baseball. And then there's one on eBay that's a 6 with no tears. So obviously the one that's on the auction house, it is torn, the pack. So it was graded obviously before the pack was torn.
Yeah,
So that takes down the grade.
That specific piece of gum's literally going right
That's
through
right.
right through the
Going
pack.
right through
you
the
can
pack.
see it going through the top part all the way to the
Correct,
through the
because it's
side.
sliding around and,
Yeah.
and the pack is weak, so it's going right through the wax paper and destroying your pack. You got to be careful when you're buying these. Just give it a little shake. If the gum is not moving around, you're okay. But if the gum is moving around, try to not really any sharp movements with the pack, or if you drop it, that gum is going to go right through the wrapper. Therefore, it's going to take your grade down. Okay. Cellos, you don't have to worry about,
Right.
because Cellos has the gum in the middle. The gum is usually placed in the middle of the pack. Therefore, the cello, you can see through it. So the cellos, when they grade them, little easier, I think, in my opinion, because there's only so much you can see with a cello. It's just a little label, as you can see there, where it says football. The player you can see and the card you can see. So the cello packs, they are getting hard to find in top grade condition. So when you're buying that, you want to also make sure that the wrapper is tight on the back, or there's no cards poking through the cellophane. That's what you want to look for. In boxes, which you're going to give us a good story, boxes, you want to make sure that they are wrapped by BBCE. He certifies it, does a great job, certifies it, tells you that the box has not been tampered with. The packs are solid, and it's something that I prefer Wax Nation going after than a box that's not wrapped, because you don't know if those packs were searched. Greg had taken a shot at a box that was wrapped, not by BBCE, but was wrapped by Topps when it came out. And why don't you tell us what could happen when you're doing that?
So thank you for bringing that up for me, Jerry. I did Wax Nation make a purchase just last week. I bought a box of 1993 Topps baseball. Now, for those of you collectors out there that aren't familiar with who's in the 1993 box, it is none other than Mr. Derek Jeter.
That's right.
So it's we feel that Derek Jeter is a good card to start looking at right now, especially the boxes, because
It's at a good value.
it's a good value, and he'll be going into the Hall of Fame next year, unless something super unforeseen happens and the Hall of Fame voters go a little crazy. He'll be a Hall of Famer next year, so it's a good time to start looking into some of those boxes. So when I looked at it online, and this is my fault, I just looked at the front picture and the box looked great. It had the top seal on it. You could see the Topps writing on it. And in the description, they said very specifically, the box in the picture is the box that you're buying. So I was like, oh, great. When I received the box, there was a hole on the side that was a big chunk missing. So it's still wrapped, but there's a hole there there's a hole down here, and then there's a hole on the side. So there's 3 holes in the box that if I just click through the next 3 pictures without being super impulsive and hitting buy it now, because the box was at a good price, I would have noticed it, and I probably would have either been able to get the box at a much lower cost, or I would have just been able to invest into a box that was a little bit more pristine. So it's really important when you're buying this stuff that you're looking through all the pictures and you're making sure that what you're getting is of good quality, because ultimately at the end of the day, you're investing in this to the point where you're going to want to resell it again. And if you buy something that's got a bunch of holes in it, it's going to make it a lot harder to sell.
And don't get wrapped up in the excitement, because when, like he did, and again, there are rookie mistakes. When you're buying stuff like this, you're excited, you see the box, you want to bid, you don't look and follow it through. I follow a lot of it through. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I've learned. I also take my iPad or whatever, look at it, and I blow the picture up of the pack. You'd be surprised what you see in those packs. I mean, many a times I was bidding on a 58 baseball, and I got it at a great price. It's like a lot below book. But I noticed there was a rip. 55?
Yeah.
I noticed there was a rip in the pack. And when I told the person online there was a rip in the pack, he acknowledged it, apologized, and quickly refunded my money, because it was not worth what I paid for it. Incidentally, that pack is still up online for sale.
Yep.
Because of the rip.
I see it almost every single time I go wax hunting for some cards.
Yep, and all because of that rip. That will take the grade down considerably and the value down considerably. So please be careful when you're buying them. Look for the rips in the packs, if there is any. And if you don't, if you see a rip and it's not in the description, please tell them, write to them first and say, I noticed there's a hole in the pack. Are you aware of this? Or is there a hole in the pack? Are you aware of this? Therefore, when you need to get your money back because it is ripped or you paid too much, then you can get your money back. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You really want to make sure that you are communicating with the sellers through eBay. It's really important that you do that. But the nice thing about eBay is it gives you the ability to reach out and connect with them. On some of these auction house sites, you don't really have the ability to ask questions. So that's why it's really important that you're looking very carefully at what you're buying and not overcommitting. I know for myself, I find myself falling in love with things all the time, and I will try to I'll try to buy as much as I can without waiting. And honestly, for new collectors out there, just because you're in love with a player or a pack, it doesn't mean to go get it right away, because for some of the newer, especially the newer stuff, like the mid-80s, especially mid-80s, there's tons of it out there. Like you can find it. You don't have to buy the first thing you see. So it's okay to
be selective.
Yeah, you got a really great purchase the other day with that O-Pee-Chee box. And that was just being responsible. If you were to go look for that right now, you'd probably buy that box $100, $150 more.
Probably.
So you got a great price on it, but it's important to be patient about it.
You have to be.
Yeah.
And another thing is, when you're buying wax boxes, if you're collecting that, you're going to see this on some of these boxes, this black stripe. And what that black stripe means is that these boxes were returned back to the factory or the warehouse, and they marked them as the return. It doesn't really affect the price of the box as long as it's not completely obliterated out. But for example, when you're buying a box like this particular box is 85-86 Topps Hockey, on the back of the box are cards that were not in the normal set. So the Mario Lemieux rookie is in that set. This one particularly has Wayne Gretzky here on the bottom of the box. These cards actually have a value because they're rare, because when they were out of the wrapping, they were sitting on the shelf and sliding and getting scratched. So if you find a set of these cards, it's a good investment, because the Mario Lemieux and all the other stars that are in there, they were only on the bottom of the box, and they were not in the regular series of the wax box for that year. So that's another thing you want to look out for. But don't be alarmed by the stripe. Look, you'd rather have it without it. Sometimes they charge a little bit of a premium without it, but if you do have the black stripe, it's not a big deal. Just want to make sure it's certified by the Baseball Card Exchange, and the box looks good as this one. The perforations are not ripped. The box is tight. There is no visible damage to the box because that would damage the cards. So in my opinion, this box is a mint box of 85 Topps hockey. So that's that. And these are the things you want to look for, and that's the thing that makes you money and returns your money. One of the other things you want to do is you're going to be able to buy a box, and you might want to open that box. And what you want to do is, if it's a rarer box, you want to send some of those packs out to PSA to get graded.
Yep.
So not only do you have the enjoyment of the box, open it up, maybe find some good cards, you're also going to send the packs out to be graded and then come back and sell at a premium.
Yes.
Because they are selling packs at premium.
Yeah, so PSA graded packs that are slabbed, as we like to say, in this type of plastic enclosure, typically go for sometimes twice as much money as a loose pack. Sometimes much more. So
very true.
So definitely, it's a good rule of thumb if you do have the urge to open up a box or go through some of those packs to send it off to get graded, because it kind of just protects your investment a little bit, and then you still have some stuff that you're able to open up and enjoy. I was talking to our friend Nick. He has a son Vito who is just getting into the card collecting side of it, and he was asking some tips on things that he could look for as a very young collector. And I said to him, the most important thing is that, one, if you're in love with a pack, try not to open it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the urge. Listen, I have the urge more than anyone that I know to open these packs sometimes.
You do.
So I can tell you that from someone who understands your pain, keep it wrapped and keep it in the plastic. The value is going to be it's so much more valuable
down the line.
Sealed. Yeah, for sure.
Now, here's a good example. Also, I bought a cello pack of 82 Topps with Cal Ripken on top of the cello pack. I sent it to PSA.
And Cal Ripken's the guy.
And that's the card. I sent it to PSA, and they did not grade it. And I'm like, why? And it says altered stock, which means the pack was open. Now, why on God's planet was this pack open? Because the card that you're looking for is the one that was on top.
It's the one.
But, again, they don't go by who's on top, who's on the bottom. They go by whether the pack was searched or not.
They don't care about who's on first?
No, they don't. So they obviously thought the pack was searched, and they're returning it to me at a lovely fee of $30 just to tell me that it's searched.
Right.
And it's not graded. So I'm going to be writing back to the person who I bought the pack from. He's probably going to think I'm crazy because the card that you would search the pack for is the Ripken rookie.
Yeah.
And it's on top of the back. So those are the kind of things you got to be aware of.
And that's more of a reason, especially when you're buying cellos, to buy the ones that are graded. That way, you don't have to worry about it. But again,
I got a little better price.
You get a much better price when it's not graded.
And so I was going to get it graded. So what a mistake that was.
Or if you just want the card, the card's there. So
the other thing you want to keep in mind is, for example, this is the 1980 Topps Football Mint 9. I do believe this is Phil Simms' rookie year. Correct? Mm-hmm. But you also want to see, when you say it's Mint 9, that's the pack, not the card. So don't get fooled, new collectors, when you see, oh my God, it's a Phil Simms rookie card, and you see Mint 9, that is not the card. That's a Mint 9. It is the pack itself in its entirety. So you're buying the pack as a Mint 9, not the Phil Simms rookie at a Mint 9. Mm-hmm. So keep that in mind. You can get very, very much fooled like that. And that's going to be a costly mistake.
That's true.
If you do that. So
because there's a lot of factors that go into the grading of that specific card.
That's correct.
So
a lot.
Yeah. So another specific reason to keep that in the pack, you've got the card.
Correct.
So that adds extra value to that cello pack.
Correct.
It's graded and it's already slabbed by PSA, so you still have that extra reassurance. There's no reason to open it because you've got the card. I mean, I guess
that's the card.
I mean, I guess you might want to see if there's other cards in there that it might be as valuable or more, but why take the risk when you've got a valuable card with the most valuable card in the set?
And that's true. So, again, you want to always, like I said, just make sure what you're buying, read. Make sure you read that label, look at the description. Again, our website is going to deal with nothing but slabbed products. And if we have our box break, they are sealed. So there is no tampering whatsoever. And anybody who jumps on board and buys this is going to come away with some very good cards. And we're going to be excited when that takes off.
And that website, for those of you watching at home or listening, thewaxhunters.com.
There you go. So, that's pretty much what we have for today. Next week, we're going to address sports autographs on cards, checks, photos, tickets, a lot of tickets, superstars signed tickets. We're going to show some Nolan Ryan tickets that we could show that he had wrote on the ticket, my last game, my 300 strikeout, things that were monumental in his life that was put on a ticket. And why is that ticket worth more than one that just says Nolan Ryan?
Right.
So you want to look for that too. There's varies of prices, and sometimes everybody scratches their head. Why is one ticket, say, let's just use a number, $100, and another one's $250? Same person, but may have a little different description, and we're gonna get into that. So
so lots of great stuff to look forward to there.
Look forward to coming up. And,
if you check us out on social media, you'll see some previews of some of the things that we'll be talking about in the future. Check us out on Twitter at The Wax Hunters. Check us out on Instagram at The Wax Hunters. Check us out on Facebook at The Wax Hunters. Our YouTube channel, Wax Hunters. Check us out. We got a lot of great content, a lot of fun box breaks on there. We went live last week for the first time ever.
Yes, we did.
That was exciting.
That was really good.
That was a fun test. We're going to start doing some more of that stuff too.
Yeah, we could do that. And I think that's interesting, and it's fun to watch. A lot of YouTube videos get a lot of action with the pack openings, with the rare cards. And
so maybe there's a pack that Wax Nation wants to see us open up.
Well, listen, we want you to subscribe. Again, we want you to subscribe, share the hell out of us. Make sure you tell people. We want to build this website so that people will be asking us, what do we think about their collection or what they should do, and possibly have them on the show to show their collection or what they may have found. Somebody may have come across a great find. As always, before we leave here, wax boxes, wax packs, we are always interested in. Tell us what you have. If you want to sell something, we would be interested in it. If it excites floats our boat, we'll buy it.
Or if you just have questions and want to know if it's even worth anything or worth hanging on to.
It doesn't cost you a penny to ask us. We'll be more than happy to give you the information.
We could talk about wax packs and wax boxes for days and days.
Days and days and days.
We're always looking for people to chat with and hear your stories and hear about how you started your collection.
And that's what we want. And we want to help the person so they don't get robbed, as we have done and been in the past, because we were inexperienced many years ago and didn't do the right thing, and still making some mistakes here and there.
That's right. You don't want to buy any holy box. The only holy boxes I want are the ones that are blessed by the Pope.
That's right. And there you go. And that probably be worth something.
That probably would
if
be.
it's signed.
If it's signed, I'm sure that's got to be worth a lot.
There you go. So, thanks for tuning in, and my name is Gerry Marotti, and to my right is my partner, Greg Marangel, and together we are
The Wax Hunters!
Take care, everybody, and we'll see you next week.